little explorers. Today, the wind is inviting us on a magical journey. Look at this endless golden sea. This is wheat, one of the most precious plants in the world. The journey to delicious bread begins right here. Here comes Ellie. Today she is not just a little girl, she is a real bread alchemist. Her little bag is empty now, but soon we will fill it with precious golden grains. Look how tiny these wheat grains are. Inside each one there is energy. They are full of complex carbohydrates, which give our bodies long-lasting strength to play, run, and learn. Foh! The gentle wind helps separate the light husks from the heavier grains. Nature is showing us how to clean the harvest. There is the old windmill. The wind turns its huge wooden sails, and inside, heavy stones grind the wheat into soft flour. A real machine powered only by nature. Look what happened. The golden grains have turned into fine, soft flour. And this is where the big secret of delicious homemade bread begins. Achoo! The flour is so fine that it loves to fly through the air. Good thing Ellie keeps smiling even after one big sneeze. Today we are not going into the kitchen. Our bread laboratory is outside, under the blue sky, in the fresh air and warm sunshine. The flour is ready. Beside it we have warm water and one tiny cube of yeast. It may look ordinary, but very soon it will show us real biological magic. Yeast is alive. When it meets warm water, it begins to wake up. Soon this tiny helper will make the dough soft, fluffy and delicious. Now it's time for the fun part. Ellie pours the yeast into the flour and begins kneading with both hands. The flour and water come together, and little by little they become one smooth ball of dough. Look how the dough stretches. That's because of a special protein called gluten. Gluten acts like a natural elastic net, making the dough soft, stretchy and strong. Pat, pat. Ellie shapes the dough into a smooth, round ball and gently covers it with a soft cloth. Now begins the quietest, but most magical part of our experiment. Sometimes the most important part of science is being patient. While Ellie waits, the yeast feeds on the natural sugars in the flour and begins creating millions of tiny bubbles. Look! The cloth is slowly rising. The dough is growing bigger and bigger. Those tiny bubbles stay trapped inside, making the dough wonderfully soft and fluffy. Wow! Just look how much the dough has grown. It's as soft as a cloud. When Ellie gently presses it with one finger, poof! The trapped air makes it spring back like a little pillow. Now it's time to bake the old-fashioned way. Instead of using an oven, we place the dough on a hot stone above a real fire. The heat will transform it into beautiful golden bread. Look closely. Big golden bubbles appear on the surface. The crust becomes crispy and golden brown, while the inside stays light, fluffy and soft. It smells amazing. There's nothing quite like the smell of freshly baked bread. Warm steam rises into the air as Ellie closes her eyes and takes a deep, happy breath. Crunch! The bread breaks apart with the most wonderful crispy sound. See all those tiny little air pockets inside? Those are the bubbles the yeast created while the dough was rising. Bread is still warm. Ellie breaks off a small piece, blows on it gently, and takes a bite. Crunchy on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside. It's absolutely delicious. Ellie is so happy that she starts dancing around the table. Bread is full of complex carbohydrates, which give our bodies long-lasting energy to run, play, learn and explore. But wait, who are these little visitors? 3 hungry sparrows land nearby. They smell the fresh bread and look curiously toward Ellie. Ellie breaks off a small piece of crust and crumbles it into tiny breadcrumbs. Food always tastes even better when we share it with our friends. Peck, peck, peck. The little sparrows quickly eat every tiny crumb. Ellie watches them with a happy smile. Even small birds need lots of energy to fly high through the sky. On the table there is homemade butter and colourful herb salt. Ellie dips her piece of bread into the butter first, then into the fragrant seasoning. It looks so colourful and delicious. This might be the tastiest experiment of the day. Ellie smiles from ear to ear and gives a big thumbs up. Homemade bread gets a perfect score. After every good job comes cleaning up. Ellie carefully wipes the table until it's perfectly clean again. Real little bakers always take good care of their workspace. And now, clean hands. Ellie washes away the flour with soap and water. Soon lots of shiny soap bubbles float into the air, sparkling like tiny rainbows in the sunshine. The water is turned off, Ellie's hands are clean, and the adventure isn't over yet. She looks toward the endless golden wheat field. It seems another exciting adventure is waiting just ahead. Ellie runs along the little path between the tall golden wheat. With every step, her hands gently brush against the waving stalks while the warm breeze races beside her. The fresh homemade bread has filled her with energy, making her feel strong and ready for more adventures. Hop! Ellie makes one big, joyful jump and lands softly on the green grass. Healthy food, active play and exercise help our bodies grow stronger, healthier and happier every day. Look at Super Ellie! She proudly flexes her tiny muscles with a big smile. Nutritious food gives us the energy to run, jump, learn, explore and have fun from morning until bedtime. Oh no! A playful gust of wind catches Ellie's straw hat and sends it flying across the meadow. Ellie laughs and runs after it as fast as she can. What a funny chase! She caught it. Ellie dives into the soft grass and grabs her hat with both hands. She bursts into laughter, happy that she rescued her favourite hat just in time. Ellie dusts off her dress and puts her straw hat back on, this time a little crooked. She smiles proudly toward the old windmill, whose giant sails continue turning peacefully in the breeze. Ellie turns to all her little friends, watching, and gives 2 big thumbs up. Fresh homemade bread gives us the energy to play, learn, imagine, and enjoy wonderful adventures every day. Then Ellie makes a little heart with her hands and holds it close to her chest. She blows a big, warm kiss to everyone watching. Thank you for joining today's magical adventure. The sun slowly sets behind the endless golden wheat fields. Ellie walks toward the big white farmhouse, waving goodbye with a cheerful smile. After such an exciting day, it's time to go home and rest. The camera rises high above the golden wheat fields, the old windmill, and the cozy white farmhouse glowing in the evening light. And so ends the secret of the golden grain, a tiny seed that became delicious homemade bread. Thank you for learning and exploring with Ellie. We'll see you again very soon for another magical adventure. Goodbye, little explorers.